Chapter number 12. State Government. India is a federal union comprising 29 states and 7 union territories. The states and union territories are subdivided into districts and further into small administrative divisions. The Indian government is a three-tier structure comprising of the central government at the center, the state government in different states, and the local self-governments at the local levels. The government is responsible for providing all facilities to the citizens such as security, education, and health facilities. The functioning of the government is distributed at 3 levels. The legislature. The legislature is a formally chosen body of people empowered with the authority to make rules and regulations. The executive. The executive carries out the laws framed by the legislature. The judiciary. The judiciary makes sure that these laws are carried out along with the resolution of disputes. In a state government, laws are framed by the chief minister and the council of ministers. The bureaucrats and government officials take care that those laws are implemented. The Supreme Court and High Courts resolve any conflict that arises. Distribution of powers of the government. The Constitution distributes the responsibilities and powers between the state and the central governments. The distribution is enumerated into 3 lists, which are as below. No more. The Constitution of India does not use the word federation for government structure of the country. Instead, it uses Indian Union. Union list. The Union list is the longest of the 3 lists. It lists 97 subjects on which the Union Parliament can pass laws. The main subjects of the Union list are defense, foreign affairs, currency and coinage, war and peace, atomic energy, national resources, railways, post and telegraph, citizenship, navigation and shipping, foreign trade, interstate trade and commerce, banking, insurance, national highways, census, election, institutions of higher education and others. State list. The state list enumerates 66 subjects on which each state legislature can legislate, and such laws operate within the territory of that state. The main subjects of the state list are public order, police, prisons, local government, public health and sanitation, hospitals and dispensaries, libraries, communications, agriculture, animal husbandry, water supply, irrigation and canals, fisheries, road passenger tax and goods tax, and others. Concurrent list. The Union Parliament as well as the state legislatures have the power to legislate over the subjects listed in concurrent list. The main subjects listed in this list are criminal law, criminal procedure, transfer of property other than agricultural land, prevention of cruelty to animals, forests, protection of wild animals and birds, population control and family planning, trade unions, education, labor welfare, price control, stamp duties and others. The actual strength of the concurrent list is 47 subjects. Executive. Governor. The governor is the head of a state just like the president is the head of the republic. The governor is the nominal head of a state, while the chief minister is the executive head. All executive actions of the state are taken in the name of governor. The powers of the lieutenant governor of a union territory are similar to the powers of a governor of a state in India. Both are appointed by the President of India for a term of 5 years. No more. Generally, a governor is appointed for each state, but after the 7th Constitutional Amendment 1956, a governor can also be appointed for more than one state. Powers and functions. Like the President of India, the governor of a state has certain executive, legislative and judicial powers. He or she also possesses certain discretionary or emergency powers. But unlike the President, the governor does not have any diplomatic or military powers. Executive powers. The governor has the power to appoint the council of ministers, including the chief minister of the state. The governor is consulted by the President in the appointment of the judges of the state high court. The governor appoints judges of the district courts. The governor sends information about the law and order situation of the state to the central government. The governor places the budget before the assembly. In case the governor feels that the Anglo-Indian community has not been adequately represented in the Vidhan Sabha, he or she can nominate one member of the community to the other legislative assembly of the state. Legislative powers. A governor is said to be a part of the state legislature. Although these are formal powers, in reality, the governor must be guided by the chief minister and his council of ministers before making such decisions. The governor inaugurates the state legislature and the first session of each year by addressing the assembly. All bills passed by the legislative assembly become a law only after the governor approves them. Finance bill cannot be presented in front of the state legislature without the prior sanction of the governor. In case it is not a money bill, the governor holds the right to send it back to Vidhan Sabha for reconsideration. But if the Vidhan Sabha sends back the bill to the governor for the second time, then he has to sign. Judicial powers. The governor can grant pardons, reprieves, respites, or remission of punishments. He can also suspend, remit, or commute the sentence of any person convicted of any offense against the law. The governor is consulted by the President in the appointment of the Chief Justice to the High Court of that particular state and judges of subordinate courts. Emergency powers. In case no political party gets a majority in the Vidhan Sabha of the state, the governor holds the power to use his discretion to select the chief minister. The governor, in an emergency situations, overrides the advice or functions of the council of ministers and directs upon himself